When you become a judge, the first thing that you come face to face with are your own fears, because as lawyers, we can decide what cases to accept and what cases not to accept. Of course, occasionally judges can recuse, but you can't recuse every evening. As a lawyer can say that, well, I'm busy in a part heard before another bench. You have to take up everything which is dished out into your daily work under the roster prepared by the Chief Justice. And I was confronted with my own fears because I was predominantly a public lawyer, a public law lawyer. And then suddenly I was catapulted into a situation where my first sitting after 11 years as a judge on the division bench was to head the tax bench. I'd done a little bit of tax work when I was Additional Solicitor General of India between 1998 and 2000. But there I was trying to confront my own fears. How am I going to handle a tax bench, learning how to head a division bench for the first time? Or to head the commercial court, we didn't have commercial courts, but these were what we call the motions court. I had no clue about how to deal with commercial work. But that's when you learn to be humble, because you learn the limits of your own knowledge as a judge and how vast knowledge is, and you realize the importance of the bar in educating you. If we just step back and allow a little bit more time to the member of the bar who's arguing before you, you realize the importance of being patient, because you realize the limits of your own knowledge and the enrichment which you receive as a judge by just allowing different people speak. It may appear to be utterly irrelevant, but in that irrelevance, sometimes you realize that there is some human story which is unfolding before you. As Chief Justice of the Bombay High Court, I learned a great deal from judges from the service judiciary, from the district judiciary who came to the High Court. You know, there is a divide in the High Courts between bar judges and service judges. The bar judges are always regarded as, a cut above everybody else. They go on foreign holidays, which district judges who have come to the High Court cannot do. They have the kind of apparel which district judges do not wear. But I learned from my colleagues who are drawn from the district judiciary what a wealth of experience they had about the law actually in motion, because they had come face to face. They had come face to face with trial actions. They had an understanding about witnesses. They had understanding about what our society is about, because as you go higher and higher into the judiciary, you become separated from and isolated from the real strata of society for whom you are intended to do justice. And I learned so much from, our colleagues who are drawn from the district judiciary. Many of them worked as Registrar Vigilance or Registrar Legal or in different wings of the High Court, and then came to the High Court. And to them, I have a great debt of gratitude. As Chief Justice of the Allahabad High Court, when I was appointed to the Allahabad High Court, before I was appointed, I was congratulated because I was told that I was becoming Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court. But then this was just my beginning of my insight into the working of the collegium. For some reason, that Delhi High Court appointment never came through, for good or bad or indifferent reasons. Then I was told I was going to Chief Justice to the Madhya Pradesh High Court, and I was delighted because I told Kalpana that we'll be able to travel and see some of the good sites in Madhya Pradesh, and our relatives will be able to see a lot of Madhya Pradesh. But that didn't come true. So we were traveling one evening from our home for an evening out in Mumbai, when I got the call from Justice R.M. Lodha, and he said, we are sending you to Allahabad High Court as a Chief Justice. And when I told my wife that I am going to the Allahabad High Court as a Chief Justice, there was a long silence in the rest of the journey. We ate our meal in absolute silence. But then I came back home and wrote a letter to the Chief Justice of India saying that I am accepting this appointment and I'll be delighted to go to the Allahabad High Court. But that experience in Allahabad changed me forever. It changed my life forever.